Hey guys, in this video we're going to talk a bit about Diablo 3, one of the top game releases in 2012 so far, and kind of some of the reasons why everybody's playing it. The point of this video, along with the other videos in this series, is basically to give you an overview of the hottest games that are out there right now, and more importantly, some of the best guides out there to help you play these games a little better. So Diablo 3 is a prime example because this is a game where you can hop in and play at almost any difficulty level. And you probably do okay at first, but as you start to ramp up the difficulty level, it's going to get a lot harder. So let's take a real quick look at the game, what makes it so enticing, and then we'll take a look at some of the top guides that have been released so far and some of the benefits they offer. So Diablo 3, basically, the idea, if you haven't played it so far, is click, kill, click, kill, click, kill. I mean, the major draw of this game is collecting the loot that you get when you kill an enemy. So you're going to pick one of these 5 classes. You're going to start at level 1, and you're going to work your way up, dealing damage with a variety of different attacks. At any given point, early on you're only going to have 1 or 2 attacks, but later on you'll have 5 major attacks, and then a few passive abilities that might offer some extra bonus attacks. But the idea basically is to kill enemies as fast as possible, get as much loot as you can. There is a story, of course. There's 4 acts in the story. You're going to work your way through bit by bit. You're going to have help from followers, Enchantress, Scoundrel, Templar, and then there are artisans who will build new things for you as you level up and gain the items that they need to do so. So what makes this game so enticing? Why would you want to play it? Basically, if you like collecting things, if you were ever a fan of other MMOs, like World of Warcraft, or any of the older ones like EverQuest or Ultima Online, where it's just grind, 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 and collect loot, this game is fantastic. That's basically what it's built on. You go out and you kill enemies as fast as you can. You tweak your abilities as much as possible. There are thousands upon thousands of ability combinations, so you can continuously adjust it to get the perfect mixture of area of effect and control and single target damage abilities. You can change your abilities between attacks, between mobs. The boss fights are epic. You're going to get some amazing loot from some of those. And the game in general is not done yet. There will be multiplayer. Beyond the co-op multiplayer, there will be like PvP added soon, which is going to make it a lot more competitive. A lot more people are going to be interested in getting some of the higher level gear. And of course, there's the infamous real money auction house. You can go out and gather loot and then sell it for real cash on the auction house. This video is not meant to cover that and how it works, but a lot of people are making some good money doing that. And so if you're interested in doing that, there are some guides out there who can help with that as well. So without diving too deep into the game, because there's so much information out there about this game, and I've done a few other videos as well that you can take a look at that cover it. Let's take a closer look at some of the guides right now that are really popular and why they're so popular. Okay, so Inferno Codex is one of the earliest release guides, and it grew really quickly. It got big fast. It's written by professional gamers. These are guys who've played a lot of different kinds of online games, World of Warcraft and Rift, for example. They did guides for both of those. It focuses a lot on leveling, but it's not solely based on leveling. So let's take a look at some of the features here. It has a quest guide. It's going to get you from level 1 to level 60. And that's great because a lot of these guides don't get you to level 60. They'll get you to the end of the game, but the end of the game is only around level 30. Full-on end of the game is going to be level 60. That's the end of Hell mode. And then after that, there's Inferno, which is even harder. And a real good guide, and the Inferno Codex counts as one of those, is going to have an Inferno guide, which means you basically have to be a professional player to get through Inferno. That's how hard this is. So casual players, internet marketers, pen-for-hire writers, they're not going to be able to write this guide without the skill to do it. You're going to have a lot of tips in here about gold making. There's a lot of tips on how to power level quickly. There's strategies for each of the bosses. Basically, anything you want to know how to do you're going to find in this guide. And it looks great. It's well formatted. It's easy to use. It's definitely one of the top ones if you want an all-around guide that covers everything that's in the game. Okay, and then I just want to show you one more real quick. This is Diablo Speed. And this is a more traditional sales page. You're going to see some of the stuff on here. But basically, the goal of this guide is power leveling, again. Get you from level 1 to level 30, and then go up from there to the higher levels after that. But beyond that, they offer a lot of tips on how to find top gear. Gear is one of the key components to being effective at this game. If you don't have the right gear, you're not going to make it through Hell and Inferno modes. You basically have to have top gear. And you don't want to spend real money in the real money auction house to get it, which is really the only way to do it quickly. So if you really want to push your way through, you need all these extra modules with the quest guides and the treasure maps and the optimization module. Okay. I want to show you real quick what this one looks like in the back end, because it is one of those guides that you're not necessarily, you don't really know what you're getting until you take a look at it. Okay. All right, guys, so this is real quick, just a quick look at what you're going to get in a typical leveling guide for Diablo 3. We have active and passive skills and runes. We have gold and real money auction house tips. We have power leveling your artisans. We have power leveling your followers. We have boss fights for all 4 acts. We have boss videos for all 3 initial difficulties. And we have cool things like the Whimsyshire secrets. So basically, you're going to get everything you need to get up to level 60 with your character. And there's going to be tips throughout these. As you can see, we have barbarian videos, demon hunter videos, different bosses. So these are very specific. They're very targeted to how you're going to be playing the game, not necessarily how somebody else will be playing the game. So that's just one of the many guides. Inferno Codex is also an amazing guide. It's much more polished as well. It looks very pretty. And just real quick, one more that I wanted to point out that is good. Maybe not quite as polished or as in depth as the other 2, but it comes from some guys who do some really good work, and more importantly, it's being updated constantly. So this is the Zygor Diablo 3 guide, and as of right now, it basically handles the same stuff. Full guide walkthrough up through Act 4. Keep in mind, step-by-step walkthrough of the storyline is a 1 to level 30. Doesn't include necessarily tips to get to level 60. Class guides and builds. This does help in the higher levels, and then some basics on crafting and following. So this is Diablo 3. This is some of the cool stuff you can do in Diablo 3, and these are 3 of my favorite guides for Diablo 3. So make sure you click the links below to check them out.